Behind some of Michael Jackson's most iconic music videos were women whose presence helped define the look, feel, and emotional depth of his visual storytelling. While millions remember their faces and performances, far fewer know the real stories behind them, who they were before the spotlight, how they came to work with Jackson, and what happened to them after their brief but unforgettable moments of fame. For some, the experience led to continued opportunities or lasting connections with the King of Pop. For others, it marked a turning point filled with both hope and personal challenges. This video explores their fascinating journeys, each of whom not only shared the screen with Michael Jackson, but carried away a unique story of their own. Ola Ray. Ola Ray, best known as Michael Jackson's love interest in the iconic Thriller music video, was born on August 26, 1960 in St. Louis, Missouri. Before her breakout role, she had already made a name for herself as a model and actress. In June 1980, she was featured as Playboy's Playmate of the Month, a role that gave her notable visibility and likely helped her land the Thriller gig. Although she had appeared in a few minor acting roles prior to Thriller, nothing matched the global exposure that the music video would bring her. In the Thriller video, Ola Ray plays Michael Jackson's girlfriend, a central character in the video's narrative. She is seen going on a date with Jackson, watching a horror movie in a theater, and later experiencing a terrifying dreamlike sequence in which Jackson transformed into a zombie. Throughout the video, Ray's character provides a relatable emotional anchor amid the surreal and supernatural visuals. Her performance helps humanize the story and elevates the video from a typical music performance into a cinematic experience. Following Thriller, Ola Ray's acting career included a few film and television appearances in the 1980s and early 1990s. She had roles in films such as 10 to Midnight, 1983, Fear City, 1984, and Beverly Hills Cop 2, 1987, but she never achieved a major acting breakthrough. Her name remained most closely associated with her role in Thriller, which continued to overshadow her other work. In 2009, Ray filed a lawsuit against Michael Jackson's estate and associated production companies, claiming she had never received proper royalty payments for her work on Thriller. The lawsuit was settled in 2012, and she was awarded a financial settlement. In interviews, Ray has spoken about her struggles in the years following Thriller, including substance abuse issues, but she also continues to express pride in her role in what is widely considered one of the greatest music videos of all time. Today, Ola Ray is still alive and occasionally appears in public to speak about her experience working on Thriller. She has remained active on social media and occasionally participates in events and interviews related to Michael Jackson's legacy. Despite the ups and downs of her personal and professional life, she continues to be celebrated as a memorable part of pop culture history through her iconic role alongside the King of Pop. Tatiana Thumbtzen. Tatiana Thumbtzen is a model, actress, and dancer best known for her role as the mysterious and alluring woman in Michael Jackson's 1987 music video for The Way You Make Me Feel. Born on April 22, 1960 in Clearwater, Florida, Tatiana began studying ballet at a young age and trained with prestigious institutions like the Juilliard School in New York. Her striking beauty and graceful presence helped her transition into modeling and acting in her early 20s, where she secured work in commercials and print campaigns. Her most famous role came when she was cast opposite Michael Jackson in the Way You Make Me Feel music video, part of his Bad Album era. In the video, Thumbtzen plays the object of Michael's affections, a stylish, confident woman walking through a gritty urban street at night. Michael, playing a smitten and persistent admirer, tries to win her over through song and dance. Thumbtzen's performance, marked by her cool composure and magnetic screen presence, perfectly balances Jackson's fiery energy, creating one of the most memorable romantic pairings in his music video legacy. Tatiana gained considerable public attention. However, her professional relationship with Jackson was short-lived and became the subject of rumors and controversy. During a live performance on the Bad World Tour, Thumbtzen kissed Jackson on stage, which reportedly upset his management and may have led to her being distanced from the tour and future MJ projects. In interviews, Tatiana later expressed that she was confused and heartbroken by the sudden end of their working relationship, stating that she felt misunderstood and discarded. After her time with Jackson, Thumbtzen continued to pursue acting and modeling with varying degrees of success. She appeared in a few television roles and remained in the public eye sporadically. In the 2000s, she published a book titled The Way He Made Me Feel, which detailed her experiences working with Michael Jackson and shed light on her personal feelings about the events that unfolded during and after the video shoot. In recent years, Tatiana Thumbtzen has maintained a relatively low public profile. She occasionally engages with fans online and appears at Michael Jackson-related events or fan gatherings. Though her mainstream fame was brief, her role in The Way You Make Me Feel remains iconic, and she is still remembered fondly by fans for her role in one of Jackson's most beloved videos. Kellie Parker. Kellie Parker is an American actress best known for her role as Katie, the young girl who stars opposite Michael Jackson in his 1988 feature film Moonwalker. At the time of filming, Parker was 10 years old and a working child actress with prior acting experience in commercials and TV. Her role in Moonwalker became the defining performance of her early career and linked her forever to Jackson's cinematic universe. In Moonwalker, which is part musical, part fantasy, Kellie Parker plays one of Michael's three young friends, Katie being the most prominent, who are caught in a dangerous battle against a drug-dealing villain named Mr. Big, played by Joe Pesci. Katie shares a special bond with Michael's character and serves as the emotional core of the story. Her fear, innocence, and loyalty help anchor the film's more fantastical elements. Throughout the movie, she is both protected by and inspires Michael, especially in the emotionally charged Smooth Criminal segment, which is widely regarded as the film's centerpiece. Their connection felt sincere and helped soften the intense tone of the film's themes. After Moonwalker, Kellie Parker continued acting for a brief time, appearing in a few television shows and small roles. However, like many child actors, she eventually stepped away from Hollywood and pursued a more private life and a career behind the camera as a producer. In interviews years later, Parker reflected fondly on her time working with Michael Jackson, often describing the experience as magical and unforgettable. She has spoken about how kind and gentle Jackson was with her and the other children on set, offering a warm contrast to the more intense elements of the film's plot. She maintained a friendship with the pop superstar for a decade after the movie was released, and reflected on her memories of him shortly after Michael Jackson's death in this rare television interview.
It's kind of surreal to be here just a week after his death. I mean, how do you feel about this place coming back here? Did you have good memories of it, or after all the stories about Michael, how do you feel being back here?
Oh, I have nothing but amazing memories from the entire time that I knew him and was friends with him. I can't say enough good things. He just had this unconditional love. He was so pure. And I just have so many great memories.
Iman. Born Zahra Mohammed Abdul Majid on July 25, 1955 in Mogadishu, Somalia, Iman was already a trailblazer in the modeling world during the 1970s and 1980s, before later making an iconic appearance in Michael Jackson's 1992 music video, Remember the Time. Iman ironically moved to Egypt during her youth and later studied political science at the University of Nairobi. Her life changed dramatically when she was discovered by photographer Peter Beard while studying in Kenya, launching her into international stardom as one of the first African supermodels to achieve mainstream success in Western fashion. Known for her regal features, striking presence, and poise, she worked with legendary designers like Yves Saint Laurent, Calvin Klein, and Gianni Versace. Beyond her modeling, she became a symbol of elegance and empowerment for Black women in fashion, a space that, until then, had few faces of color in prominent positions. In 1992, Iman brought her legendary beauty and screen presence to the world of music videos when she starred in Michael Jackson's Remember the Time. Directed by John Singleton, the video was a lavish, Egyptian-themed short film with an all-black cast that also featured Eddie Murphy and Magic Johnson. Iman played the role of the queen, whose boredom with court entertainment leads her husband, played by Eddie Murphy the Pharaoh, to summon a mysterious performer. Her role was elegant, powerful, and stoic, adding gravitas and visual splendor to the video. Her character's intrigue and eventual captivation by Jackson's performance drive the storyline, with Iman's commanding screen presence anchoring the video's exotic and cinematic atmosphere, and remains as Michael Jackson's only on-screen kiss. Beyond her modeling and performance work, Iman has built an impressive career as an entrepreneur and philanthropist. In 1994, she launched her own cosmetics line, Iman Cosmetics, which focused on makeup for women of color, a revolutionary move in a beauty industry that had long underserved diverse skin tones. The brand was both commercially successful and culturally influential. On a personal note, Iman is widely known for her marriage to legendary musician David Bowie, whom she wed in 1992. The couple had one daughter together and remained married until Bowie's death in 2016. Their relationship was widely admired for its longevity, privacy, and deep affection. Today, Iman remains a revered figure in both fashion and culture. She continues to be involved in activism, business, and public speaking. Her appearance in Remember the Time stands as one of the most visually iconic and culturally rich moments in music video history, and is a testament to her enduring influence as a muse, icon, and trailblazer. Naomi Campbell. Naomi Campbell, another influential black supermodel in fashion history, was discovered at the age of 15 while window shopping in Covent Garden, and quickly rose to international fame and broke barriers in a predominantly white industry. By the late 1980s and early 1990s, Campbell had become one of the original supermodels, standing alongside icons like Cindy Crawford, Linda Evangelista, and Claudia Schiffer. She was the first black woman to appear on the covers of Vogue, Paris, and Time magazine, milestones that helped pave the way for more diversity in fashion. Renowned for her striking features, fierce runway walk, and commanding presence, Campbell worked with virtually every top designer, including Gianni Versace, Karl Lagerfeld, and Azzedine Alaïa. But Naomi's influence extended beyond fashion. She became a pop culture figure and occasional actress, appearing in music videos, films, and television shows. One of her most iconic appearances outside of fashion was in Michael Jackson's 1992 music video for In the Closet, a sultry and stylish visual directed by famed photographer Herb Ritz. In the video, Campbell starred opposite Jackson in a desert setting, playing his mysterious and sensual love interest. The two shared intense chemistry as they danced and embraced in a minimalist, steamy backdrop, blending elegance with raw sexuality. Unlike many of Jackson's previous videos, In the Closet focused more on physical intimacy and adult themes, and Naomi's powerful presence made it unforgettable. Her performance added a layer of sophistication and boldness, helping redefine Jackson's image during his Dangerous album era. Although was rumored to be cut short when Campbell supposedly came onto Jackson aggressively off camera. Following her appearance in the Closet, Campbell continued to dominate the fashion industry, while also expanding her profile as a businesswoman and activist. Over the decades, she has launched fragrance lines, written a best-selling novel, and supported numerous charitable causes. She co-founded Fashion for Relief, a nonprofit that uses fashion events to raise funds for disaster relief and global health efforts. Today, Naomi Campbell is not only a living legend in modeling, but also a powerful symbol of resilience, reinvention, and excellence. Her role in the Closet remains a bold and memorable chapter in Michael Jackson's visual legacy, a striking intersection of music, fashion, and sensuality that continues to captivate audiences. Kishaya Dudley. Kishaya Dudley is an American dancer, actress, and choreographer best known to fans of Michael Jackson for her role as the mysterious and glamorous love interest in his 2001 You Rock My World music video. Though not as widely known as some of Jackson's other leading ladies, Kishaya left a memorable impression with her poised performance and striking presence in what would become one of the final music videos Jackson released in his lifetime. At the time of filming, she was already an experienced professional dancer with a background in performance and choreography that helped her stand out during the casting process. In You Rock My World, which was more of a short film than a standard music video, Dudley plays the elegant and elusive woman who catches Michael Jackson's eye in a nightclub. The video, directed by Paul Hunter and starring actors Chris Tucker and Marlon Brando, unfolds like a mini-movie. Jackson and Tucker's characters pursue the woman into a nightclub controlled by gangsters, leading to a dramatic confrontation filled with humor, suspense, and Jackson's signature dance sequences. Kishaya's character never speaks, yet her screen presence and graceful movements anchor the video's romantic tension as well as her own solo dance segment. She becomes the focal point of Jackson's pursuit and the symbol of allure and mystique that the story revolves around. The final dance scene in which Jackson performs in front of her and the club's patrons is one of the video's most iconic moments. After You Rock My World, Kishaya continued working behind the scenes in the entertainment industry, primarily as a choreographer and dance coach, including working with Gwen Stefani on choreography for the Hollaback Girl music video. While she didn't become a mainstream celebrity, she remained active in artistic circles, contributing to projects in music, film, and television. Kishaya Dudley is fondly remembered by Michael Jackson fans for her part in one of his final music videos. Her brief but impactful appearance remains a part of Jackson's enduring visual legacy. From horror movie romance to Egyptian royalty, desert seduction to nightclub intrigue, the women featured in Michael Jackson's videos added far more than just beauty. They embodied strength, mystery, and individuality. Whether already established icons like Iman and Naomi Campbell or rising stars like Ola Ray and Kishaya Dudley, these women helped shape the tone and texture of Jackson's most ambitious visual projects. They are still remembered not just as co-stars, but as essential collaborators in the creation of music video history.